The first day we actually saw it, everyone was like, hey, come over here, look at this, I found this, it says First Nations, that's what we're learning. Well, we're learning about the First Nations, about the groups, and how they settled and different people from different countries decided to come into the group and take over the land that they were in, and they just have to start moving away. It's large. Because at least this way now we can walk up and get closer to it, and then instead of just being able to look at it with our eyes, we can actually feel around with it.
Yes, fish, loads of salmon.
This map has been the greatest gift I've had probably in my educational career, because it's very tactile. The kids get to touch it, they get to feel it, they get to understand all about the First Nations and how they came into Canada. We get to physically get up and walk around this map and get an understanding of where the First Nations settled, how the Europeans came in, how they interacted, and really where the First Nations ended up settling into different regions even to the present day. There's also a timeline that runs all the way around the map, and it really teaches the children about the important people and places of the First Nations.
I learned more than about Métis, because I am Métis and I didn't know a lot about it, and now I learned more. Like how French and Cree is how it was, and you get into being Métis when a family gets married together.
Especially with a high First Nations population at our school, the children are really developing a sense of empathy to the First Nations. They're getting a sense of how they struggled, how the Europeans struggled, and how survival took place. That there's a greater sense of understanding of the First Nations and how they belong and how they truly fit and rightfully fit into Canadian society.